So what you're looking at here is my H&R handy rifle. This was my first rifle that I ever owned. I was given this at the age of, I believe, 12, and I've been shooting it ever since. It actually got me my first deer. 223 is a bit small for me to use on deer, but when I was very young, that's what I had. Now I use it mostly as a varmint rifle, just a fun rifle. As you can see, it's been slightly modified. It actually has an AR-15 muzzle brake on it. See if I can get that in the camera. And that is simply because it's been tapped for a suppressor. I've actually shown this off in some of the suppressor videos I've done. That was supersonic. And it's been a great rifle over the years. I absolutely love it. The sad news is that you may not be able to get one of these anymore. The Freedom Group that owns Marlin, Remington, and H&R is closing down H&R's lines. I first discovered this when I went looking for a break action 12 gauge, one of their 3-inch Magnum with the replaceable choke. And I couldn't find it. I searched everywhere. I called like 5 different companies. None of them could get it. I went on their website. It's still listed on H&R's website, but unavailable. So I started doing a bit of digging around. And as it turns out, they are shutting down their factories. Apparently, most of the workers have already been fired. What they're going to be selling mostly now is their Chinese imported shotguns. The Freedom Group are a bunch of low-life scumbags. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're probably just incompetent. But basically what they've done is bought up a whole bunch of companies, and I suspect it's to try to corner some markets in order to, have one company doing one thing, another company doing whatever, not competing with each other. Unfortunately, that means that they're not looking at quality. They're not looking at basically what the consumers want. They're looking at the bottom line. You can see this with the R51 fiasco. If you're not aware of the R51 fiasco, basically they came out with a pistol. I'm not going to go into the history of it and everything, but they came out with a pistol that was absolute garbage. It was hyped and hyped and hyped and hyped and hyped before its release. Tons of people bought it. It turned out to be at best absolute crap, at worst downright dangerous. And they recalled all of them. They promised people Pelican cases or whatever when they returned the new model of pistol to them. And it's been about 2 years and still no new pistols. Basically, they ripped people off. They say that the problem basically has to do with the machining being off. Basically, there's stacking of problems with it, which is a real thing in engineering. You have a tolerance, it's called tolerance stacking. Basically, you have a little bit off here, a little bit off there, a little bit off there, and alone those tolerances are not a major deal. Those tolerance differences are not a major deal, but they stack up. Unfortunately, that's bullshit, because one look at these pistols, or if you've actually handled one, they're gritty, the tolerances are just bad. It's not tolerance stacking. It's not a problem that all the tolerances are really good, they just stack up to be bad. It's that all the tolerances are absolute shit and there's no quality control. You can also see this with their Marlin lever actions. There are tons of videos of people with Marlin lever actions that have absolutely no quality control. The Freedom Group has moved their factories, they've fired all their individuals who knew how to make guns, and it's just basically down to them cutting everything for their bottom line. They've wrecked these companies. They've wrecked Marlin, which used to be one of my favorite companies. I own a couple of Marlin lever actions, old Marlin lever actions. Very impressed with those. I was very saddened to see that their quality has gone downhill. They ruined Remington, which no great loss there. And now they've got H&R, which is unfortunate because everyone I know has one of these guns. They're a staple in the sports shooting community, and it's just very unfortunate. These are inexpensive, great rifles. If all you want is a single shot, very accurate rifle, these were amazing. I am very sad to see these go. It's very unfortunate for the shooting community. It is a great loss for us, and I really don't know who is on the market that can replace these. I don't know where you can get a gun with this amount of accuracy in so many different calibers. That was the real thing about it. You can get this gun in basically any caliber you want and still keep it under $300. I don't know another company that does that, and it's very unfortunate. I'm very glad I have a number of H&R rifles now. I've got this one, a .17 and a 45-70. I'll probably be looking at gun shows to pick up more since I might not be able to get them anymore. And it's just sad. It's really sad that we've allowed American gun companies to go to shit like they have. So that's really all I have to say in this video. It's just me bitching about the Freedom Corporation, but thought it was important enough to get out there in case people wanted to get their hands on one of these rifles. Time is short. Look in your local gun stores to see what they've got available, because at the very least, prices are going to go up. Once they shut down the lines completely and they've sold all their stock, prices are going to go up on these. So that's all I've got to say. You have a nice day. Now, other than that one flyer, it's a pretty good group, especially these three here. I am using cheap Remington ammo, which is kind of ironic, but pretty good accuracy at 100 yards. It's not bad. I could definitely pull that in if I tried, but, you know, for a $250 gun, not bad.